An employer's total reward system can contain traditional and non-traditional employee benefits and rewards that the employers give to their employees. Two such rewards may be housing and education. These have long been entrenched in the mining and agricultural sectors and go back many hundreds of years in certain developed economies as benefits that employers provided to their employees as part of an overall rewards package. As part of the benefits barometer, Alexander Forbes conducted a survey of employees asking about what their needs were and what types of rewards would be valuable to them as part of the total reward system. And coming strongly out of that survey across not just mining and agricultural sectors, but across very many industries and sectors, and across different income levels as well, was the fact that people required assistance with housing and specifically the education of their children. Employers may also look for other benefits, where employers have invested heavily into a community, either building that community or providing infrastructure or revitalizing a community that is close to their operations. That may result in a steady stream of workers and a loyalty of workers and certainly a retention of workers down the line. There may also be other benefits that both benefit the employee and the employer, such as a reduced travel time, for example, less commute, fewer road deaths, less pollution. And those are some of the sort of softer issues, but really employers can gain quite a lot of employee engagement out of assisting their employees with their housing and education needs. But there is a catch, and the catch is that housing and education may not be that easy to provide. You need to find a mechanism that results in a cost-effective, tax-efficient delivery, and legislation would need to adapt to that, tax laws would need to adapt, bureaucracy would need to adapt, and finance would need to adapt. These things cost money, it's capital expenditure, certainly in the case of housing, and an effective mechanism would need to be found to deliver these. Furthermore, whatever is provided, whether it be assistance, it needn't be full sponsorships, access to cheaper finance for either education or housing, or houses themselves, whatever is provided actually needs to meet the needs of the individual employees that are being offered that particular benefit. And what I mean by that is there's no use in building a housing estate for your employees in an area in which they wouldn't like to live, don't want to be, isn't close to their work, for example. So these things can become impractical if not offered correctly. And the final point is we are undergoing significant reforms in this country, retirement reform being one of those. There's talk about preservation, certainly compulsory preservation at some level. And we would urge National Treasury to consider access to money for education, for housing, under certain circumstances, as one of those reforms, at least to investigate it and to look at it. And potentially there are savings and investments in the compulsory space that could be utilized to facilitate access to housing and education.